what's going on, guys? It's Anime1 back here with a new video, and today I'm here with a new series of What If Naruto was neglected and had Beerus's power, aka Hakai and destruction power that we all know and love from our favorite series, Dragon Ball. No, I'm kidding, it's Naruto. But anyways, get this video to 30 likes to get the next part of the video. So yeah, without any delay, let's begin the video. So, as the first things, how Naruto is gonna get Beerus's power, I don't have any idea. Like, I try to think of many things as to how Naruto can get Beerus's power, but as of currently, we have not seen anyone strong enough to beat Beerus. At least a mortal that is not strong enough to beat Beerus, right? Angels are not allowed to fight, obviously. So they're out of the questions. Zeno, obviously, he's a fellow destroyer, so he won't do anything to Beerus. No mortal that we have seen throughout the Dragon Ball series that even currently, is not strong enough to beat Beerus. If you guys read the Dragon Ball manga, MUI Goku cannot beat Beerus. Ultra Ego Vegeta cannot beat Beerus. It's just the way it is, okay? It simply cannot. The power gap is still there. So, let's just say that throughout some times, because Beerus is doing such a bad job, Zeno erases Universe 7, and Beerus' soul or power is the only thing that is left, and it travels through the space and time, tearing through the barriers of space and time, and goes into another anime verse named Naruto. Right? This form of Beerus's energy would enter boy, infant boy who's recently been born. It's only been like a few hours that he has been born, and he's got this insane amount of energy that entered him and has been sealed within him. Once this energy is sealed within the boy, Beerus has opened his eyes and he would realize, oh, he is not dead. He's not dead, meaning he has not been erased, because obviously erasure means you simply don't exist. There's nothing that you can do about it, right? In this case, Beerus realizes that he has not been Hakai'd out of existence, so he sees where he's at, and then because Beerus is obviously a god, he figures out the situation quickly that he has been sealed within this boy because of, whatever has happened, and he also realizes that his powers will soon start flowing into this boy slowly but surely, right? You flow into this boy, and he thinks that this world that Beerus has been transported to is actually quite weak compared to the original Dragon Ball world. So if this boy can master his power, then he can probably become the strongest out of anyone over here, like anyone in the entire multiverse, to be quite frank. Right, in Naruto verse is not that strong, as even if you don't want to agree with me, even Shiba I doubt could defeat Beerus. Okay, that it's just the way it is. Anyways, so once we have gotten this whole ordeal explained, this what if is gonna go similar to the other ones, in which the Nine Tails is gonna be sealed with the Man meetup, since Naruto has absolutely an utter need for the Nine Tails because, well, he has Beerus inside of him. There's no need for Nine Tails. Once this happens, this means that Naruto, as he grows up, is neglected by his parents. As the title of the video suggests, Naruto is neglected. And why is he neglected? Because of Mito, they have the Nine Tails, and Minato and Kushina more, kind of sort of sympathize with them and whatnot. They just like Mito more, okay? When Naruto asks for training, they just completely ignore his ass, and they just say that they'll train him the next time, but, well, surprise, surprise, that next time never comes. Like this happens, and Naruto is currently 5 years old, just staying in his room, looking out the window and seeing his parents training his two siblings. He clenches his fist as, he's pretty angry that, for years now, for 2 years, his parents have not train them, and he's getting pretty angry. He's getting pretty impatient. Then Naruto hears a voice in his head. To think that a mortal child will be treated like this, truly pathetic. As Naruto hears this voice, he sort of freaks the fuck out. He's like, whoa, 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 what the fuck? How can I hear this freaking voice in my head? And the voice speaks again, oh, because I'm sealed within you, boy. And then Naruto's like, what? You're sealed within me? Are you the Nine Tails? Because from what I know, the Nine Tails is sealed within those two siblings of mine. And then Beerus is like, no, I'm not the Nine-Tailed Fox. Actually, I am a god, and I'm pretty much sealed within you. Yeah. Why don't you close your eyes and focus really hard, and then I'll just, transport you to your mindscape, and then we can talk face to face. And Naruto does what he's told, right? He's a kid, he's not suspecting anything. Right? What is the worst that could happen? Obviously, that is what is in Naruto's head, at least. So he enters the mindscape, and then he meets the god of destruction, Beerus. Beerus looks at Naruto and he says, now that we finally met, Naruto Uzumaki, we can actually finally begin with your training. You want training, don't you? And then Naruto's eyes start to sparkle, and he's like, oh, training, yeah, I want training, yeah, will you train me? And Beerus is like, yeah, I'll train you, but your training is not gonna be like a regular ninja training. Instead of training chakra, you're gonna be training how to unlock your ki, or chi, whatever you guys like to call it. Right? And Naruto's like, what is that? And Beerus is like, well, it's sort of like a form of chakra that you have, but it's more potent, right? It's more potent, and it's much more powerful than chakra. And Naruto is like, yeah, if it's gonna make me super strong and to make my mom and dad acknowledge me, then I'll do it. And Beerus is like, yeah, in his mind, Beerus is thinking, yeah, with this mentality, he won't be able to achieve Hokage destruction energy. So Beerus starts to train Naruto. Obviously, Beerus introduces himself as the god of destruction, Beerus, and he explains his abilities to Naruto. After a few months of training, Naruto has mastered basic taijutsu, basic ki control, right? After, mastering the basics of everything, Beerus decides that he needs to teach Naruto how to master Hakai energy. So then he tells Beerus, calls Naruto in his mindscape once, and then says, Naruto, so now I showed you that, that you could erase anything from existence if you really want to, right? And Naruto's like, yeah, that's really cool power that when you say Hakai, they just disappear. And Beerus is like, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, do you want to able to do that? And Naruto is like, yeah, obviously yes. I'm gonna be super strong if I'm able to do that. Anyone who harms my village or family is gonna pay for it. And Beerus is like, fuck that mentality again. Yeah, that's not gonna get him to be a destroyer. So Beerus is like, first of all, if you want to achieve that power, you have to quit that mentality. Right? You have to quit that mentality of trying to protect others, trying to prove yourself to others, because that's not a way of a destroyer. And Naruto asks, what? Then what is the way of a destroyer? Beerus tells Naruto the way of a destroyer is to think of destroying things 24/7, whether that be some sort of chair or some sort of planet, some human being, life force, anything. You need to have your mind on destruction. Destruction is the key to keep the balance in the universe. Naruto's like, well, easier said than done. And Beerus like, yeah, obviously it's gonna be easier said than done, you dumb foolish brat. And then soon the training begins. Beerus makes Naruto meditate. Obviously, he makes him do the training that is needed in order to at least wield Hakai energies. And Beerus is not expecting Naruto to, be this insanely strong motherfucker in a day or something, because Beerus's own power is flowing into Naruto, aka strengthening his body, making his taijutsu combat skill, chi much stronger, right? And because of that, Beerus is not worried about Naruto's physical capabilities. He's more than confident that his only like 50 or 30% of his power is gonna be more than enough, and that much power will flow into Naruto until he's 8 years old, and he has entered the academy. Right. So, anyways, what Beerus is really concerned about is trying to teach Naruto Hakai energy, because even Beerus's chi and all that things flow into Naruto, and it'll give him inherent advantage in learning Hakai. He still needs that mindset, right, to go into that destroyer mode, or what you want to call it. So, anyways, after all this mess really happens, after some months and years of training, let's just say, Naruto from 5 years old now is 8 years old, meaning a 3 year time skip. And as I said, 30% of Beerus' power has already flowed into Naruto. Right? 30% has already flowed into Naruto, meaning that he's plenty strong currently. Let's just say that. Naruto is plenty strong. Like, when I mean plenty strong, he's like above Kage level strong already. And for an 8 year old being stronger than the Hokage of the village, aka Minato, is already pretty insane. So, now let's get further on into the video. Naruto obviously enters the academy and is ostracized by the academy students because Naruto really doesn't talk much. Like, he's like an introvert of the class. So pretty much in the academy, everyone calls him a loser, introverted, dumbass, and stuff like that. And the reason they call him like that is because Beerus told Naruto to conceal his abilities and his power until Beerus says that Naruto is to use them. Naruto obviously obliging to Beerus because he's probably the only person that ever showed Naruto kindness, training, like a sort of like a father-like figure, right? And as we know, Beerus, actually does show emotions and he actually does care for people. So in this case, he really does care for Naruto. He wants the best for his little boy. Okay. So, anyways, the academy obviously progresses, right? Well, as we know, taijutsu sparring sessions obviously happen in the academy. So in this case, when the taijutsu sparring session does happen, Beerus tells Naruto to go really like super easy, like only use like what 1% of his power. And Naruto's like, isn't that like too weak? And Beerus is trying to say like, dumbass, that's what you're trying to prove here. And Naruto's like, oh, well, okay. As Naruto uses 1% of his power, and yeah, well, let's just say that even 1% of his power is quite strong. Let's just say that much, right? So, anyways, he is to spar with Menma, who's obviously starts laughing and smirking all that shit. He's like, hey, yo, brother, you are a failure for our family, You're gonna get your ass whooping today. Mom and dad would be so proud of me since I beat you. And then he rushes at Naruto, and then Naruto obviously just instinctually dodges his punch, and Menma's pretty shocked because he went full speed towards Naruto. He didn't expect that boy to dodge his punch. And Naruto in his head just says, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that, should I? And then Beerus is like, yeah, dumbass, now it's too late to think. Just let him punch you in the next one. And Naruto like, oh yeah, it just happened with instinct. And then he lets Menma punch him and just kick him and whatnot. Because obviously Naruto will heal much faster in this case as well because he's a god. And we saw in Goku Super Saiyan God transformation that he could heal. His healing powers are much significantly boosted. So the same thing is gonna happen to Naruto. He's gonna be able to heal pretty quick. After all that happens, Menma obviously supposedly beats Naruto as Naruto just let it happen. And then everyone in the class starts laughing at Naruto since he like didn't even show like any resistance to Menma's beating. Because Naruto thinks in his mind, Beerus, shall I destroy all of them right now? They're really irritating me. Naruto, Beerus is like, yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, but we have to sort of control ourselves right now. And Naruto's like, yeah, fine, whatever. As then, again, another 3 year pass. Means 60% of Beerus' power is within Naruto. And with 60% of Beerus' power, Naruto is stronger than Goku was in entirety of Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Z characters are way above Narutoverse. So you're already getting what I'm trying to say, right? The Naruto is gonna be so powerful that we'll have to bring out the Otsutsuki's eventually, because otherwise, well, Naruto is just gonna dominate everyone. As this mess is gonna happen, uh, we cut to the getting exam obviously happens. Naruto does average in it because he wants to be placed in the team with Uchiha, who's actually quite gullible in this one because Sasuke's entire clan has not been killed by his elder brother Itachi. And the also another gullible little girl named Sakura, because of her, insane IQ and intellect. She's able to get good scores in the academy and become the Kunoichi of the year. Right. And since he's like the middle boy, he's going to be placed in a team with them. And just as Naruto predicted, he was placed in a team with Sakura and Sasuke. And then Minamitsu and Saya are in one team. Their sensei is going to be Kakashi, and the other one sensei is going to be Kushina. So obviously this whole mess happens. Kakashi comes into the class 3 hours late. Naruto contemplates whether he wants to destroy Kakashi right then and there or not, but decides that no, destroying Kakashi would cause too much suspicion. Even though he can destroy the entirety of Earth if it irritate him too much, but he decides no, let's just chill a little bit here since the food on this planet is so good, right? So, uh, you know, Kakashi tells them all to introduce themselves. Most of it are the same. Sasuke is a little different, as he also become the head of the Uchiha police force and surpass his brother. Naruto, his introduction is completely different. His name is Naruto Uzumaki. His hobbies are destroying things. Like literally, that's what he says. His hobbies are destroying things. His aspiration or the goal for the future is to become the strongest, which he already is. So he has sort of achieved this goal. Just say. Then Kakashi says, "Okay, well, it's good and all. You tomorrow, all of you are gonna be having a test, in which your chances of passing the test is, well, less than 33%, and you're failing the test is more than 66%. All of the Genins are spooked out. Obviously, except Naruto, who's not scared of any living shit because everyone is so weak compared to him. And then Kakashi leaves, saying that it's the morning. Sasuke and Sakura arrive to the place that Kakashi told him to arrive, and Naruto arrived like 10 minutes after, right? And Naruto was a little shocked to see Kakashi wasn't there. He expected Sakura and Sasuke to be on time, but not Kakashi. But Naruto thought that something might happen to Kakashi, so he just let it go. But an hour passed, 2 hours have passed, and everyone is hungry except for Naruto. Their stomachs are growling, and Naruto in his mind is contemplating, should I kill that Hatake? Should I erase him from existence and Hakai him? Beerus, what do you think I should do? And Beerus is like, yeah, wait, Naruto, don't do it. Don't do that, don't do anything foolish, okay? Wait, he will come. And then after 3 hours, Kakashi does arrive. And Naruto goes up to Kakashi's face and he's like, "You little son of a bitch. The next time that you're late, I swear to God, what did you say? What excuse did you give before actually Kakashi did come up with that excuse that a black cat crossed his path and whatnot?" And Naruto is, he's pretty much saying to Kakashi, if Kakashi becomes late ever again, he's gonna kill all the black cats in the village so that Kakashi won't have that excuse anymore. And Kakashi's like, oh, this guy is a psychopath. So anyways, they begin their bell test. As the bell test has begin, Kakashi explains the bell test of taking the belts from him and then passing the exams. Obviously, others are ready as they want to pass. Sasuke and Sakura want to pass, and Naruto, being the 10 million old god that he is, he sees right through what Kakashi's trying to do. So, anyways, once the bell test does start, Kakashi tells everyone to begin, and Sasuke and Sakura hide to, sneak attack Kakashi. Obviously, at least that is what they think. But obviously, Kakashi can sense where they are, but Naruto doesn't. Kakashi looks at Naruto and he's like, "Yeah, you're not gonna hide. You're not gonna try to seek that attack me." And Naruto's like, "No, I'd just rather go up front with you." As Naruto says that, he rushes towards Kakashi with one like 5% of his speed, and then clashes with Kakashi a little. But while he's doing that, he creates a shadow clone, really small shadow clone, like really small shadow clone, and the shadow clone grabs the bell as Kakashi, before he notices it, it's already too late, as Naruto grabs the shadow clone, grabs the bell, and then bomb. He's at a different location where Kakashi cannot get him. As Naruto has gotten the bell, so Kakashi tells Sasuke and Sakura to come out. As then Kakashi asks Naruto, "You know what are you gonna do, Naruto? You got the bell." And Naruto's like, "Well, I guess I'll give these bells to these two since my goal is to become the strongest, and I can do that without being a genin anyway, so I'm fine." As Naruto says, like, Kakashi is pretty shocked by Naruto's response, as he's like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, Naruto's like, "Yeah, I don't have use for it anyways." And Kakashi, I smiles at that, and he's like, "Okay, if that's what your wish is, then fine." As Kakashi said that Sasuke and Sakura are obviously, a little shocked by what Naruto said, but, Sasuke being the prideful bastard that he is, he refuses to take the belt because he thinks that Naruto did all the work alone and Naruto should get the belts. But Naruto's like, "Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it even one bit. I want to become the strongest." As Kakashi seeing this teamwork that the team is already building, passes them all. So they're Team 7. So since they're Team 7, the D rank missions they obviously have to do. And once they're doing the D rank mission, something really interesting happens. Tora the cat disappears. And no one knows where it disappeared to except for Naruto. What happened is the Tora the cat irritated Naruto so much because of the D rank mission. Naruto sneaked out of his house, sneaked into the daimyo's palace where Tora lives, and then grabbed the cat and then Hakkai'd it. Like literally placed his palm in front of the cat's face and said Hakkai. And then Hakkai'd the cat out of existence. Naruto was that annoyed by the cat. So yeah, Tora cannot be found anymore. Anyways, after all that mess happened, Mina says like, this team is actually quite strong, so I'll give you all a C rank mission. And the team is obviously pretty excited that they're gonna get a C rank mission. So obviously they're like, "Yep, yes, bitch, yes, we're gonna get a C rank mission." And since they're gonna get a C rank mission, they're all pretty happy. So after all this happened, the C rank mission is Thousand as mission. Obviously, the wave mission thousand comes in and then explains what they have to do. They eventually leave the village, and then they go. While they're traveling, they encounter the Demon Brothers. While encountering the Demon Brothers, Naruto displays insane amount of speed and knocks them out cold with like one flick in the head or something like that, right? And it's absolutely insane how easily Naruto took care of those two. And then Kakashi, on the other hand, noticed that those demon brothers are after Thousand. So he looks at Thousand and I smiles at him and says, you better start speaking up or we're going to leave you right here and right now. And all these maybe more advanced ninja will come to kill your ass. And since we're not here to protect you, you will fucking die. Thousand starts to explain the situation of way to Kakashi as he doesn't want to die. So anyways, after all that mess happens, Kakashi asks his team whether they want to take on the mission. And obviously Team 7 is like, "Yeah, heck yeah, we want to take on the mission now." And then Kakashi is like, "Okay, let's go." And then soon, after some walking, chattering, walking, they encounter Zabuza. Or at least they try to encounter Zabuza as Kakashi tells his team to duck down as they all dug down except for Naruto, as executioner blades come flying towards Naruto. Naruto just grabs the executioner blade by his bare hand and then just grabbing it, and then Zabuza lands on the bridge, the tree. He's like, "Brat, can you give me the sword?" Naruto's like, "No, actually, you know what? Yes, take it." And then Zabuza, just is just shocked. He didn't expect Naruto to actually give him a sword back, and that's kind of insane. And Kakashi is like, Naruto, did he seriously do that? Naruto's like, yeah, what's the big deal? The guy wanted his sword back, so I gave it to him. Kakashi is just looking at Naruto with the most dumbfounded look, and he's like, Naruto, you stupid idiot. He's thinking that in his end, and Naruto cracking his fingers like, Kakashi Sensei, I'll take care of this one. Kakashi's like, fine, but if the situation gets out of hand, I will intervene. Because he does know Naruto's pretty strong. Anyways, because he fought Naruto himself in the bell test, right? Naruto and Zabuza start to battle. And the crazy thing is Naruto is dodging Zabuza's attack, and he's only using one finger to block Zabuza's blade. Only one finger. I repeat, he's only using one finger to deflect and block Zabuza's blade. As Zabuza is getting pretty irritated that this kid is just, treating him so badly, just making fun of him. The disrespect is on another level as Naruto is doing this. Naruto is having the time of his life as he doing this. And Zabuza like, Brad, I'll take care of you right here and right now. He goes to Samantha and he's like, water vortex jutsu. Naruto just puts his hand in front of that and he just key blasts the water vortex jutsu, and the key blast goes through the water vortex jutsu and reaches Zabuza, and then boom, in an explosion, everything goes off. Zabuza's pretty, tired out. He took the key blast head on as he's almost dead. Then Naruto grabs Zabuza by the throat before Haku could intervene and places it in his palm in front of Zabuza. Before Haku could do anything, as he's watching from the trees, Naruto says, Hakai. As Naruto says that, Zabuza's body slowly starts to disappear into purple particles, and soon Zabuza is no more. After that happens, Haku, being enraged as seeing his master die like that, rushes towards Naruto with killing intent. But Naruto, being Naruto, dodges all of Haku's strikes, and then grabs Haku by the back of the throat and places his palm in front of Haku again, with the Haku even noticing, and says Hakai again. And well, Haku is dead as well. Erased from existence, kind of dead. They're not coming back. We Eda Tensei it too. Just saying, right? With Eraser, you cannot even come back. We Eda Tensei. So, anyways, after all this mess happens, since there is no Zabuza and Haku to work for Gato, Gato has to bring out his men during the time when they actually invade the Tazuna and everyone else, right, to fight them. Gato is pretty confident since he has a lot of men that he will win, but unfortunately for him, Naruto and Kakashi are more than enough to take care of everyone, and well, they do. Anyways, the bridge is named Team 7 Bridge to celebrate the team that saved all of their asses from Gato. So, we cut to all go back to the village, and Kakashi reports everything to Minato. Minato says all of them to go back as they'll get their pay off a A rank mission instead of a C rank mission, since they all they take the risk and boosted Konoha's reputation. So, anyways, Minato tells Naruto to stay back. As he tells that, he asks Naruto about what his techniques and where did he get so strong from. Naruto tells Minato that he got strong from just seeing him train Menma and Mito and then train everyone. And he just reads books a lot, and he's extremely smart. Because of that, he was able to create the Hakai technique. As he has a lot of free times in his hand since no one is training him, so he's pretty much training himself. Minato is pretty sad by hearing that, because Naruto is pretty much saying that you little son of a bitch, you didn't even take care of me, you neglected me for the rest of my life, and then well, I'm stronger without your help and stronger than those two brats that you trained. Minato is pretty enraged and sad at the same time at himself, obviously not at Naruto. So anyways, he tells Naruto to go as he says sorry, but Naruto doesn't give a fuck. So Naruto goes, and then the tuning exam first round starts as Kakashi obviously registered all of them after seeing that they did so well in an A rank mission. So anyways, they go, Kakashi obviously register all of them, and then obviously the first round of the tuning exam begin. The first round of the tuning exams really doesn't change much, because, well, Naruto has a 10 million old god inside of him. That the god is dumb and knows pretty much knows all the answers to the question that are in the tuning exams. So yeah, it's pretty obvious. Naruto's gonna pass. The second one, on the other hand, is pretty interesting to say the least, because Orochimaru's not gonna want Sasuke's body because there's a whole clan. The Uchiha clan is still alive, so there's a whole clan with the Sharingan, and Orochimaru can just abduct any one of them and take over their body anytime that he wants. So Orochimaru is gonna have the Sharingan, but let's just be honest, Sage Mode is much huge of a buff than the Sharingan, and base Minato is 1,000 times stronger than base Orochimaru. So yeah, we know who's gonna win even without or with the Sharingan. Anyways, let's get further with it. Naruto and Team 7 actually break the record of who's gonna arriving the first in the tuning exams. So since they arrived the first, they have broken the record that Itachi had set in the Forest of Death, and since they're before Gara, they have broken that record that was in the original part of the tuning exams. So everyone obviously comes in the tuning exams. Menma and Mito try to make fun of Naruto, but Naruto doesn't, just ignores them. Because he just wants to destroy them. And Sasuke and Sakura do intervene, and they're like, we'll not let you make fun of our teammate like that. And they sort of get an argument with Menma and Mito, as Naruto's like, guys, just let it go. Idiot, you should not talk to idiots, because idiocy is contagious. As he says that, Menma and Mito get red in the face as they recognize that Naruto is calling them an idiot. They try to confront him, but well, Kushina is like, guys, calm down. Like, there's no time to be fighting. So the preliminary rounds of the tuning exams start. Not much of a battle really changes. Naruto still battles Kiba. Menma battles Sasuke in this one, because our boy Yoroi, the man who fought Sasuke, is actually just forfeited because Kabuto told him to. Let's just say that. Right, he's eventually working for Orochimaru, and he also knows Kabuto's real identity. So I doubt that if Kabuto tells him to forfeit, he will forfeit. So he forfeited, and because of that, Sasuke versus Menma happened. Mito versus Sai happened, and Sasuke versus Menma won, and Mito versus Sai, Mito won. So Naruto versus Kiba happened, and obviously Naruto won that battle. As all this happens, the final round of the tuning exams is supposed to be set in a month as this whole ordeal happens. So again, I will cover the next parts, or the final part of the tuning exams, in the next part of this video. And also that I will also cover a bit of the time skip in the next part of this video, if this video gets 30 likes. And then we'll cover the time skip, or we'll pretty much finish this series in part 3. So hopefully you guys did like this video, and if you did, get this video to 30 likes for the next part of this video, and share this video with many of your friends as possible. So yeah, without me babbling on, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out guys, see you in the next video.